Working on a fan clutch today. This thing is stuck in the engaged position, which is better than being stuck disengaged, because if it's stuck disengaged, you overheat. If it's stuck engaged, you just lose fuel mileage and you take longer to warm up, which is a pain in the butt in the winter. But regardless, it's bad. We're gonna fix it. Two-piece shroud on this S-10. You got 2 bolts over here and 2 bolts over there. Top half comes off. Forgot to tell you about the 3 bolts on the front that also hold the top half of this shroud in. Take those out. Dope. Now, gotta just, it's hard to do this one-handed, but you know, we can get it done. Now we can access our fan. And I wanna show you, the fan clutch sits on like this, right? You've got this little shaft and the fan bolts to the back of it right there. And it's these bolts right here that you have to take off to get the fan clutch off. Problem is, these bolts are gonna turn with the engine, so we're gonna have to just hold everything together. My favorite way to do it is to put something on this crank bolt while we take these bolts off. Well, guys and gals, I am just tickled because as it turns out, these were just, they came off real easy. And you wanna be careful when you're taking this off that you don't smash your radiator. And there we go. Clutch is there. Now, we'll just take these 4 bolts off, put the fan on the new clutch, and we're done. Boop. Boop. There we go. New one slides into place. Just got to bolt it on. And when you're going to put this back on, don't forget you got to take this belt off, because otherwise you're never going to get this pulley to sit right. So take the belt off, get these kind of snug down, then you can put the belt on to help you snug everything up. Everything's all snugged up. We're going to put this shroud back together, give her a start. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, yeah. I suppose I should take a minute to explain how these work. These clutches, they are engaged and disengaged by temperature changes. So when this clutch gets hot, it engages, and then your fan spins faster, and when it cools off, it disengages, your fan spins slower. So when it's cold, it should be spinning at about 10 to 20% of the engine speed, and when it's warm, it should be spinning at about 80 or 90% of the engine speed. So if you have one that's locked up all the time, it's always spinning at 80 or 90% of the engine speed, robbing you of power and keeping you too cold. But if it's the opposite, it's stuck in the disengaged position, then it's only spinning at 10 to 20% of the engine speed, so it's not enough to keep the engine cool. A lot of the modern cars have gone away from this and just gone strictly electric, but if you ever see this system in here, just know that these things generally are a lot harder to replace than this one, but if you get lucky and you just have these studs on your water pump housing, then it's like a 10-minute job.